So here's the two main things that Jimena wants to figure out.
Say hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet.
Hello, Internet.
So the two main things that Jimena wants to figure out is whether or not
Oh my god.
whether or not a limo can only exist as one piece, because he's made of a bunch of smaller pieces put together.
He is plural.
Or if he can be separated into multiple pieces that can act independently, because the guy that we kidnapped to tell us how the cannon worked said that if we put some of the previously bad juju metal in the cannon, it could possibly kill the cannon. So she's wondering if there's a possibility that we could break off a piece of limo, stick it in the cannon, and would that affect the rest of limo that was left over?
That is that's an experiment.
I need to do science to see if I can do science on this piece of science.
Your conclusion is that yes, your little buddy can exist as separate parts. It feels like they don't want to be separated past a certain distance. But it is pretty far, because you're running experiments and you're out of the house, on your yard, past the gate.
But then if I destroy the piece that got separated, will it hurt the main body?
Probably. They're part of a collective.
Okay. The other part,
a system, if you will.
It's a pyramid scheme.
The other part,
if you have more time, you're like, maybe if I keep them separated, they'll evolve into separate organisms.
Oh no!
So that'll be.
But you're not sure about that.
Gotta keep them separated.
You don't know if they will. At that point, you have two theories. Either they will become something different because they've been separated too long, or they will reach a point where they'll want to be reunited no matter what, and will do whatever they can to get back to a focal point.
He wanted a 13,
So the other
but they
thing
gave
that
him
she
31.
is wondering is, assuming we go out on the battlefield, and assuming that there are more of these bad juju weapons out there, can Limo assimilate those into itself as well, going...
You think that might actually be harder because the heat seems
we had to melt
have,
it first,
seems
If
to
only
have
we had
caused
someone
the
who could
reaction.
control fire.
But if you introduced heat to the equation in some way and could get it to that melty state, probably.
Wild.
I wonder...
If only. So you need to make him a tiny bandolier with a bunch of vials.
I need to make a bunch of fucking Greek fire is what I need to make.
Which will be in the vials on his bandolier.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
Because my thought is, if she does what she was thinking and uses her super cool dagger that she found and basically attaches him to that, then she could parry the bad juju weapons with him and then assimilate them. Like, oh, oops, you don't have a knife anymore. Is the thought that went through Megan's brain of how that could work.
See?
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yep.
Or she could make it like a whip.
Everybody is playing a side game, and Megan was playing Otome games, but Megan is also playing this right now.
Yeah!
I was thinking it, and I didn't even know what you had.
Yep.
What? Why are we? Okay, that's why we're married.
It's not like you hang out all the time.
Right. At this point, we share a brain and it's gross.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We,
Yeah, at least I can't say stuff about your hair because you don't have any.
no. You can anymore.
I mean, you could, but it'd be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like,
But not like the same kind of weird.
don't talk ill of the dead. We, Sal and I visited the Venetian on our trip, and then we took a picture in the same spot as when we got engaged. And I was like, oh my god, look at these kids. I looked at the two pictures.
Those poor dumb children. They
I
have
know,
no
right?
idea.
Like
Yeah,
20
no,
years,
anything.
20 years apart.
Oh. Oh.
So yeah, so you're up to some science.
You know, that sounds like a little XP to give yourself a new advantage. You just like
I mean, our trip.
live smelt, I guess. A
The
3
new spell.
a 3-point advantage,
Yeah.
which allows you to
Use a
instantly
magic card to turn to slag.
yeah. If you can teach other people to do that, my ironworks would love that kind of productivity.
I mean, Rodrigo might be looking for a job. He needs to be kept on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, he can only ghost ride. He can only not ghost ride. He can only drift ships so often. We need to have something else for him to
Before
do.
it's not cool anymore. Before you know it, like
Oh no, it's always cool, but
yeah,
it's just not an all day every day thing.
yeah. It's just like before you know it, like you're on the ship version, like 7 Fast, 7 Furious, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, now the Rock is in this. I don't know.
Yeah, my brain's like 7th C, 7th something. Who's that little boy?
That's Woozy.
Okay.
Who's that little boy?
I mean, he's technically what?
He's 3 inches taller than me.
He's 28.
Yeah.
He's a little man.
Not in that picture.
I want to put him in a basket.
He's built like a brick shit house.
Yeah, he is.
He's all muscle.
Well, not in those chubby cheeks.
No. That is the exception.
He looks like a little manta ray. He has the little...
Oh yeah, the little manta
Little
ray
dimples.
dimples.
Yeah.
I begrudgingly had to hate Mola Molas less today
Oh.
Why?
because of how they control jellyfish populations.
Okay.
What does?
Molabos.
Dumbass sunfish.
Ah, got it.
They're too tasteless and leathery to be an appealing target for large predators.
So
So that's why they grow to such.
population control by sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When there's a jellyfish bloom, there can also be a mola bloom. So they actually do compensate for how ridiculous jellies can get.
You just sad sack around and control the population that way.
Ugh, they're so dumb.
In fact, like, I don't know. I think that reinforces your previous feeling to learn that. Like you're so mediocre.
No, that was literally in the post. That was like evolution doing the least, doing the least best. Bravo,
Yeah.
you've done it. You
Fish
accomplished.
sticks his hand in his pocket. So
No, they look like that. That's their face, just sort of. Oh. It's like, how did you? Oh. You're like, oh. Oh,
Oh yeah, I see it.
don't talk to me. Don't talk around me. Don't.
I see it. I pulled up a picture.
And they're huge.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
no mobility.
Fucking giant. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember when they used to have one at the Monterey Aquarium. It was in the big
Yeah.
open sea
They
tank,
had-
and when it would come around, it's like. Whoop.
They had one recently, and I'm just
Oh.
and I
Can
hate
have that slack jaw.
and I just stared at it, hating it the whole time. And like the Grinch in Whoville, just standing there. Ugh.
I I hate that fish.
Yeah, it was. It really was. We watched the Jim Carrey one again a few nights back, and so when we were talking about where children come from, I was just like, yeah, in a basket that gets left outside all night because you were having a swinger party.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ben.
right.
Anyway. Cool.
Alright, so one of you is up to science.
I got my dope ass sales on everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
The
I mean, they've been made, I
Yeah.
assume, at this point.
So between the Odyssean, the newly appointed Odyssean naval force, as well as the Mendez
You just work yourself like
merchant
the,
marines.
the shipyard contract.
Oh yeah, no, I bought that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, this is a great idea.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I do now.
Yeah,
That's
That's your life.
that's your life.
yeah. Well, the
Businessman.
the
do
newly-
business.
so the Mendez merchant marines, who are also privateers of Odisseo, they have the super cool sails, but I imagine the newly minted Odyssean naval forces have super cool banners and flags
Yep.
from.
Yeah, the ones that my textile production thing is
Yeah.
are churning out right now.
Yeah, you have a.
Is this Il Duce?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
affiliated with.
You just have like a full manufacturer room happening
I mean,
right
like,
now.
this is
They're, like,
technically
churning out
the-
those banners.
The custom work, like, shop. And then we've got, I don't know what Leandro's calling this thing, but it's
Did you
it's
take
a
your meds?
thing.
Boo!
Yeah, I did it too.
Boo!
Eh.
What?
I realized it was
Remember.
past 9 and I didn't hear the alerts, and
Wait, where are they? Actually.
I was going to use it to remind myself to take my allergy meds.
Oh, why didn't mine go off?
You turn it off.
That was shocking.
They've been like going on silent recently, which is
Mm,
dangerous
okay.
territory.
Well, I did turn my sound off at some point when I was at the show, probably.
Oh yeah, probably.
Are there any notes on special... Or is there any information I should have as to how cool these sails and or banners
Yes,
are?
I will forward something to
Okay.
you directly.
Do I need to do anything more with those? You know I rolled the thing recently.
No, you do not. In fact, they've been starting to pop up in town as well.
Cool.
At strategic location. If any of you were out and about, you might have seen some of the units in town of the Joint Crow City Guard, which is now the Odyssean military.
Yeah.
Is that now joint unit carrying some of those banners?
I
Hey.
haven't thought of something I'd like to do.
We're paying our...
Yeah. Jimena was busy doing science, but
Is there
Isak's unit is going around with one of those right now.
is there an underground area near the shop?
Yes.
Because I'm like, we need a place to go underground from the shop.
Sure. You can build that, you can secure that.
Ask Zabi's crew. They know all about that.
There's a way to the Undercity, and yes, in fact,
Hello. Outside.
There's a shared passageway because you're not far from Mazabi's headquarters, where the Inquisitor Aquila is moving stuff.
Double secret inquisition.
They're moving things in there, and I'm more than happy to cut your people in.
Yeah, I love how we're paying the mercenaries to be military for us out of money we took from ships we attacked
Yep.
unprovokedly in the middle of it.
I felt very
Middle of the
struck by their presence. I don't know about you.
I feel very
It is the age of privateers, my friend. Like,
And we're the best ones.
That guy looked at me funny. I could tell from all the way over here.
yeah, we-
I had a problem with one mustache who happened to be on one ship, but there was yeah. And then another ship did look at us funny, and then it was a very big problem. So yeah, fair
well,
enough.
they fired that one cannon, so
Yeah, they fired that one cannon. So
They killed our friend.
they
Yeah.
did. They did. Yeah, she was gonna live so much longer as well.
I had to give up a chunk of my life to bring her body back.
yeah.
Which everyone appreciated. It was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
At the end of your very long life, this
It's-
will be factored in.
It's gonna be turned into a ridiculous ghost story that the pirates tell that has nothing to do with the actual origins of the story.
I think that basically. How about just keep training with the other sandwiches?
Roll me a
Roll stuff? What? Like this is a game or something.
almost
Surely not.
tonight hybrid. Yeah, roll me a I don't know.
A dice.
Resolve empathy. Yeah, just a single die. D3.
Oh, I'll just roll D6 and divide it.
That's right.
That's how you do.
Don't.
Roll a D12.
I was-
Shit,
Yeah, I was there. Don't cite the old memes at me, witch. I was there sharing them on IRC.
I was there. I was
Charlie
there
the
1,000
Unicorn
years ago.
posted a new video on YouTube.
Oh yeah, fucking JC was like, look. I was like, oh
I
god.
haven't watched it, but I was just like, what?
Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Charlie the Unicorn has a moment of peace or something like that is what
The
it was
old
called.
legends have returned.
Right?
What's old is new again.
Awaken the Elder Beast.
Yeah, right.
Right.
What are you waiting
Music
for?
By Rebecca Black recently.
What is this?
That's a whole thing.
JC,
Oh,
what did you say to her?
Nothing.
Huh?
I'm in the spot,
Oh.
right, Lisa?
What?
I'm in the spot, so this is
cat.
Lisa's cuddle spot with Sasha's and
She'll decide to go in there if she wants to.
mine. Yeah.
She's also watching ghosts down the hallway.
So I got a response.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can I know your budget before cancellation?
No, bitch.
No.
Nope. Too late.
My budget was don't get lied to.
50.
How about how about I show you a cheaper option with 15% off? Smile face.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
See, yeah.
Please understand that we cannot fix the price for neon signs on our listing as the prices depend on some of the
That's
variables
not
like text,
what I-
font, and layout, which is exactly what I said.
You called the bullshit.
Therefore, we
Here's the
always
bullshit.
advise our customers to send us their customization details so that we can help them in getting an accurate pricing quote along with a mock-up of their design. Also, deposit goes toward the final payment if you wish to proceed. Otherwise, please don't worry as it's all refundable.
Yeah, now it's a deposit.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You're
don't.
fun
We'll
that
say it was a
shit.
deposit.
It's like,
Right.
oh, we always blah, blah, blah. Okay, but it didn't fucking say that
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So if you always
Yeah.
do
You
You
that.
should say your
then, like-
budget is not 40.
Yeah.
It's like less than the original.
My budget's $25.
Yeah,
Bet. No, yeah.
It's like,
I'm thrilled to hear you
all
can
of
refund
all
me.
of the things
Please
you
do.
just said would have made sense if they had been made clear.
Two
at the
emails ago.
beginning.
yeah.
I mean,
Like you saying that to me now is not helpful.
that reeks, like this whole pitch reeks
Yeah.
of we make money out of like tricking
Out of the
people
gotcha.
into this
Yeah.
and getting the people that are going to be
To agree
too agreeable to just say and they're just going to be
Yeah.
like that's fine, you
No.
know, even though it isn't. So it's
No,
basically
homie.
pressure selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dog.
It's like the people at the with the like Dead Sea skincare at the kiosk in the middle of the mall
Wow.
grab you and are like, let me. I'm like, no, please don't talk to me.
You don't
Wow.
touch me.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch
Yeah.
me, don't talk to me. You will guilt me into buying something.
We
Being in this mall is not consent for you to touch me.
Yeah.
exactly, right.
It's like I
We're
didn't make
so-
eye contact.
This
on
isn't 2005
purpose.
anymore.
We're so not used to being in malls anymore. Like, you know, we're already not going much.
We went to like
Anyway.
3 whole malls in Vegas.
Yeah, and
Shocking.
after the pandemic, like it's just not a thing, right? Like, and we're in Vegas, and I was like, we keep getting pressure sales like left.
I just
and
walked
right.
away, but like they just kept trying to hand us stuff out. There was that one lady in the canal shops who just really wanted me to get one of those skincare sample things. Like I got one and then walked away, and then I came back in the same direction, and then she handed me another one. I'm like, no, thank you. And I was just like watching her work from afar. I was like, man, you really need someone to buy this shit, don't you?
Yeah, it was.
You desperate?
It's like, here's a free sample, but let me talk to you about some other shit.
Like,
right?
no.
It was not even like a little kiosk. Like she had like a full shop, and she was like in the door to her shop, just yelling at fucking people.
Also, I think John's got a weird face that makes people think he needs a screen protector on his phone because like it happened multiple times.
I got 4 of these fucking samples.
It's funny
so-
because I do need a new screen. This one's shit. I need a new.
By the 4th one, I wasn't even stopping anymore. Like, they were just like throwing them at me. Like they're like,
That guy
No, I'm like,
definitely needs
you
this.
need to stop. I need you to tell me like what phone
You look like a
you
messy
have,
bitch.
so I can give you the right size. And I'm like, no, you're gonna be once again. You're gonna try to upsell me a fucking battery phone case like the 3 other ones. I'm not stopping anymore.
There's like too many malls in Vegas. That's probably why they're like that. Every one of
I mean,
those is in the
Vegas
verge
is
of...
like the epitome of fucking capitalism.
Oh yeah.
I think pretty much everything there is on the verge of collapse. Like,
I mean, yeah.
they're all just on the precipice being terrified.
Yeah.
One day.
That's true.
One day.
We took a lift ride with one of these guys that was like very like conspiracy theory.
Oh
It was
boy.
like,
Oh God. Who are we in a car? Yeah. Oh, it's always a interesting. You know.
right.
You got to be careful what you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
They can
we-
take a
we
turn
gotta-
fast.
Megan and I have had lots of
I bet.
interesting
Yeah.
conversations in LA from Lyft drivers.
Yeah.
The one guy who, you know,
They all think we're going to be racist with them.
right?
Yeah.
It's like I get that we're like white looking,
Presenting.
but like,
Yeah.
like the one guy who you know, he knows about things because he went to what was he knows about.
Oh yeah, he's a real estate agent, and he's
a real estate agent.
of
with
this, and
all
that.
this money,
and-
and they've got a house in Mexico. And I'm like, then why the fuck are you a Lyft driver in
Right.
Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They
he
had
went
like
to
2
school-
houses or whatever.
Yeah, and he went to school for something, so he knows about blah blah blah, and you know, and Trump and blah. And we were like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's
There it is.
totally, yeah, it's a problem everywhere. Because he started talking like out of nowhere, unsolicited.
He was talking about the governor.
He was talking about like he was mad at the government.
That's always a good opener.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, because originally. It was like out of nowhere, entirely unsolicited. He just brought up like the homeless people problem. We were like, yeah, no, we have those in San Jose also. He was like, right? Well, it's this, you know, the governor. And we were like, yeah, no, totally the governor. It's totally a thing. Oh my God. Like, please
Right.
just
Please don't
take us-
kidnap us.
Please just take us where we're going.
Please just take me to see the pretty boys at the museum.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's just can
We
we
will be sending you here.
Or like the last Uber driver that we had that took us to the airport the first time we went down there, who had a problem with all the black people.
Oh dear.
And we were like, he was like
Yeah.
He was a brown man of some
he
type.
was a brown man of some sort, Indian or I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, it's those black people. We were like, oh God,
Yeah.
No.
There it is.
no, just
There it
drive
is.
us to the airport, sir. We don't.
My toes curled up into my butt, and I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
There was the one here. I had gone to have drinks with people at work, so I had a few drinks, and I was in this guy's car, and he starts talking. I'm already like, dude, just leave me alone. I don't want to be in conversations right now, right? Like I'm tipsy, and then he starts getting into that kind of talk, like it's veering off color, right? And
Yeah.
he starts talking about the topic that we're now engaging to is, I guess I'm a dude, and I'm now, safe to talk about this with, is, well, you never know now. Like, you can get accused of all sorts of things, and and I'm like, oh, please don't go there. Like, please don't start with that. It's like, anybody can just say that you touched them inappropriately, and then how do you really know? Like, I'm like, oh.
It's like, if you don't know that you're touching people inappropriately, bruh.
Like, if you have to be worried about this, it's because you have some fucking skeletons in your closet. And because I know plenty of people for whom this is no concern whatsoever and doesn't stop them from sleeping at night. But I'm like, we're like close to my house at this point, and I was just like, like, I am in your car.
I can't say anything that's going to make you upset.
I'm not in any state to deal with this right now, and I was like, this is veering in a... I think it was because the radio was on and there was like some kind of court report, and then he went on this fucking tirade, and I'm like, don't be one of
That's
these
where
guys.
I would be pretending I fell asleep.
Right.
That's what I did in that bus ride with that fella sitting next to me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I gotta play this later. All right.
Yeah.
Also, Patriot Clams Ambush Consume Crow. I hadn't seen that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that?
I'm just catching up now.
So
So a couple friends who I was on a Valheim server with previously are now going to be on the new Valheim server, and so I'm like, hey, I used a couple tricks you taught me. It's working out pretty good. Grab a cot. And so yeah, I'm catching up. It's good. Yeah, being Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, you're in trouble. Look out.
I hear the chirp. All right. So we'll hold that 10, and you'll get results on there. You're doing practice.
Practicing, trying not to go burn our brains out, connecting the city, figuring out links,
Right.
probably some veiling.
Yeah. And hey.
Hey.
Thank you.
And Maria will come out at some point and help us with that.
Ooh.
They're not fully 100%, but we'll talk to your crew about how to veil your powers. Do you try to reach out to the other two you spotted at all?
We love a guest lecturer.
So I came back with the
I don't know, like
that shit should have been on your listing, blah 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 blah.
They wouldn't really want to.
Cancel and refund me. Given your circumstance, I would like to help you with the cancellation and refund of your deposit amount. And I'm like, good.
It's like, you don't need to help me with it. You just need to fucking do it.
Right.
Yeah. But
You can assign
Given your
people
circumstance?
to make sure that
No.
okay, right.
Whatever.
That's easier to do.
It's like, I'm not doing it because I don't have the money. I'm doing it because
You're shady.
You're being
Yeah.
fucking shady.
Yeah, like none of those descriptions made me think, oh, that person really wants to be joining this.
Well, you have a short time. They could, and I think eventually they will, because 1, 2 or not, they're going to be exposed, right? Like, they can get found out, and they can get found out by you, or they can get found out by other people who will be much less scrupulous. So. But in the short period of time that you have, like, this is probably...
I mean, basically, if I went now, I'd be like, hey, so here's the thing that now I know about and you know about,
Yep.
but also I gotta go away because we're gonna go to war now, so hold that thought. I'm just...
Keep your head down. Yeah, so if you assign a couple of folks to keep tabs on them, you can even ask your boys to do it.
Nah, I need them in the front line.
Sure.
Need all that steel swinging up front.
Mm-hmm. But
They
them
do
big swords of
swing.
war.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of
At
them
least
more so
Oscar
than
does.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially Oscar?
One Oscar.
It's soup.
Oh yeah, Oscar.
Oh yeah,
Oscar.
no, that's gonna be.
That's Sue?
Yeah, you need a bowl.
It's really good.
It's delicious.
It's
Or a
delicious.
mug. Sorry.
It's delicious.
Actually, yeah, a mug. Yeah.
With the mug, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, then you get a mug of the soup and then a mug of the
Yep.
other drink, and you just slurp. No,
No.
it's crazier.
Not really, but it's
Similar taste, different texture.
It's like drinkable oatmeal.
It's
that
drinkable.
sounds scary.
It's drinkable rice
It's not.
pudding.
That sounds extra scary.
Give it a little sippy sip. See how you feel about it.
It's quite good.
It took me a few drinks to figure out how I felt. It was pretty cool.
You definitely were like.
I didn't
conflicted
finish
for a
mine.
It was an
Oh, it's
experience.
still in there.
It's good. I would like it.
I just got too full.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
close.
That's
Very
actually what
much.
that's actually what happened to me. Was I got part of the way through and I was like, "Woo, it's dense."
Mhm.
It's close to how we eat oatmeal as a dessert back home. So,
There's nothing I like more than porridge.
right.
I can now say I had grits at a Waffle House. That was
Nice.
a
Mm.
nothing happened there. It was
Nothing
Aw,
happened.
sad.
yeah
You ate grits and you didn't get in the
Assaulted.
middle of a knife fight.
yeah
into vagrants.
yeah no.
Can I get a waffle?
I still have no idea what you said.
I asked you if you saw who walked in.
No, I didn't.
The tall one?
Possibly Riley.
Yeah, they're both huge.
I don't know which one's
Okay,
which.
what was
so-
mine? Got like short, well,
I think it was Riley.
mushroom top.
Green hair? Don't say
Green hair?
that. Don't call it that.
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking
Jamie
about.
came through earlier,
Yeah, it means
and then you
something
came
different.
in, and then Riley came in, but you were over there, so Riley went that way. So I think it was Riley leaving.
Realistically.
What?
I saw
What's
everything.
all happening behind you?
I was confused by the use of the word realistically.
Oh,
Who said realistically?
Her.
That's what I heard.
I'm not realistic. That's why I'm playing a
I'm a
role playing
figment of
game.
your imagination.
Yeah, I am.
We're never really here.
How existential.
Is anything ever really real?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, especially butter.
He says
Yeah.
summoned us from the figment of the ghost that is
Oh.
like the toilet ghost.
Speaking of which, hey Rabbit. Oh goodness,
Well, we got Sasha.
that's all right. There we go. We miss you. Glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
Gotta harass her at least a few times a night.
Yeah.
Oh hi.
We'll be there in person in a couple weeks.
Oh,
nice.
You bet your ass you will.
So when
She's
we
leaving
do-
on your birthday.
Leaving on my birthday.
So
Okay.
when we do the actual for Cannon Fire, we'll be here.
Boom.
Would you? For you, madame.
What? Oh.
It's talking to the cat.
Yeah. Cat gets
You're
it.
my love, not madame. There we go.
Where I'm from, that can be broken.
You never called me that.
That's because I like you.
Short memory.
What a short memory.
Yes. More so these days. My
Hello.
brain is going and it's not.
Yes, hat.
It's a source of distress.
It smells weird.
Yep.
Alright. Any business that Jenya is taking now that you've moved the immovable old man by moving his entire house
The immovable object.
to a different neighborhood?
I have helped Madame Salvador's
Yes.
cartographer fix
Mm-hmm.
how I fixed the landscape.
Yep.
Yep.
I have fortified my old men. I have sent away my old lady,
Yes. You have a unit of cousins and
whipping into shape my
uncles that you are-
unfortunate relatives.
Yeah. I mean, they are.
No, they're wonderful.
fucking
They're
around,
lovely.
but
Yes.
They clearly know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just,
It's not time yet.
It's like an inverse of the crows.
Yeah. It's basically like it's a version of like, black humor where it's like war is coming, so we're goofing around.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
we're
No, when the shit hits the wall, they will be ready with shovels and and scrubbers.
No,
So,
they got their high quality weaponry. I think Marcus was like peeping at that and was just like, did you just pull like random implements out of a box? And
Yeah,
he was like,
100%.
no, like this is actually like really legitimate weaponry.
No, we don't fuck around. We fuck around, but we don't fuck around when it's necessary.
That's right. There's a time for fucking around, which is 95%.
This is right now.
Yeah, right now.
I've talked to the bunnick, and
Oh yeah.
When you take it back.
yeah, got my bath. Got my bath for the week.
Summon an old man
Yep.
in the bath.
And
If I had a
Now
dollar.
that you've done it, like there's probably a bannock living in that bathhouse.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
24/7.
I would assume so.
technically, the bunnick is always there. It's just whether or not you know he's there and you can
but
see him.
now he's gonna be visible periodically, which is gonna be great
Yeah.
for the superstitious.
Like I said, I'm
Southern.
building the real Portugal because it's Spanish plus Russian.
Yeah,
Done.
it is. And canonically, Gallegos / Odiseo is supposed to have Portuguese
That flavor.
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah.
I'm just building the real Portugal. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Introducing my weird Russian things to the weird Spanish things.
Yeah. You're gonna start to make the zhuzh sounds
Yeah.
around everybody until
It's-
it catches on
It's part of my name.
into their version.
All of Ricardo and Genia's children will have a weird Portuguese accent because they're all speaking Spanish with a Russian accent.
Yep.
Some of your cousins are already starting it.
Yeah,
Yep. See,
that's where Portuguese came from.
all head canon. Yep. We're creating
Well,
Portugal right now.
yeah. Well. What fake name would it have in this? Well, I guess it's just Gallego /
It's
Odyssean.
Odyssean.
Yeah.
Odiseo is Portugal.
Yeah, it's Odyssean. There you go.
Yep.
Oh, I pet you. You're here, so I pet you.
Genia does want to go and visit the crow camp
Oh yeah.
and pass word and then give their cartographers the, hey, this is how I've done things. And let's come up with something because at the end of the day, she's protecting the land, but her first priority are the crows.
And 800 wooden eyeballs fall
Yes.
from various points in your outfit.
Well, as you go towards the camp, which is now like a little bit mixed at this point, so the
And
the
they
center of
stream
camp
towards
is
the
just
central
off
point,
of
like
where the governor
Ludo
mentioned
and rocks.
is at. The governor
That's what she
mentioned
does.
Call the eyeballs.
most of the mentioned grounds
Oh.
still has some stuff happening in it, even though you know the governor himself is no longer on the premises. Like the basically
'Cause she
center of government
She actually can.
has moved to the restaurant at this point. And
Hell
this is
yeah.
getting fortified because the government mansion is like too isolated. Like it's not a good. It's good for protection. It's not good for being, in the center of things and being able to issue orders effectively. So there's still like courtiers and stuff happening there, but the biggest piece is that the entire yard area, a bunch of shit has been knocked down to make space for a giant camp for the carrion crows and the city militia. You actually run into Captain Jose. Very busy at the gate, like sort of unifying chains of command with the crows for the new Odyssean military. They have shiny new banners made by Marlena's shop that have been like set all around the camp. And
They have little bitty tags in them on it that says "Il D."
Nice.
yeah, ELD.
You might want to heat it up.
This one's mine if
Okay.
you wanna. Oh, too late.
No,
they're gross.
Yeah, it's fine.
As you do enter camp, like you get a lot of hellos, and including some of the crows that you've seen a while back when you visited the mountain
What's
camp.
up?
A bunch of them are down here.
Yeah.
at this
Even
point.
for this,
So
really?
the elders are super happy to see you. So are the kids.
Lots of hugs and kisses for everyone.
You do run into a long-haired, bearded man wearing a headscarf, and to your dismay,
the greatest wizard in all of
he's
Theah.
wearing an eye patch.
It's
Because his eye is on me!
That's right, yeah.
And he does see you and points to you, and he goes to hug you. And as you give him like a big old hug, he sort of pulls back and from your pocket pulls out a wooden eye. And he's like, I've been looking for this for months.
She is stunned. Kasha! Kasha!
It's you.
Ricardo's just sitting there like, oh, fucking eyeball. Boys.
What? I did not even have a pocket this morning!
And then he does this and takes out his eye patch.
She is excited beyond measure. She's foaming at the mouth. Oh my fucking gods.
If he wasn't
Kasha.
the most powerful caster in all of Theah, he must be protected. He would need to be protected.
Yes.
He doesn't need it.
Kasha, this is Janos the White.
He will come to us in our time of need.
He's come down from the mountain.
That's right. He defeated a
Ricardo's
boar.
like, I know this bastard.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, he's the old schmuck that watches the kids. He's defeated a Balrog. What's a Balrog? Nobody what don't understand.
Like, Ricardo's like, this is like both of his eyes work, right? Like, that's,
Kasha, don't say that. It's me.
You can see the holes in the eye patch so you can see through
you
them.
can see him close it when he takes out the wood eye. Come on.
But he would never say a word of fucking...
No.
He can use wood, the magic, like I can?
Like, he's not even of the blood.
Yeah. Obviously blessed man.
Yes.
So funny.
You know of Matushka? She has blessed you as well? You can see from the wooden eye?
Last week, she's my ex.
Tushka. I barely know her.
I have been very blessed by very many women.
Hey! Not just by his wooden eye.
She's like, what a wonderful person. What a wonderful being to have so many wonderful people bless him.
Out of your eyesight, Ricardo
Suddenly
is like
he's from-
this.
Suddenly he's from New York by way of
Just
Cat's
eye
Deli.
rolling really hard. Yep. This shit again. But yeah, he's like,
So tickled.
It brings her so much joy.
So
I
in
can't.
love.
no, you just can't. Plus, Ricardo is legitimately worried that if he breaks this to you, it will break you.
No, yeah. No.
It's like Genya will lose faith
In everything.
in the world's magic.
Aww.
And that maniac keeps winking at him, and he's like, "Stop fucking winking at me! I know you're a fucking charlatan."
Fucking asshole.
You're gonna let my wife down gently.
That's right.
Don't you blow this for me, you will take that fucking secret to your grave, you asshole.
You think she viciously kills people? Wait till you piss me off.
You can never find out. You understand
This
me?
is why you weren't at the wedding, so I wouldn't have to kill you.
Push you down the fucking mountain.
That's right. How did you survive? Secret tunnel.
That would be it.
Oh my god.
No, that's where he
he's
fights the
like,
Balrog.
It's so good to see you. Now that you've returned my treasure, I can soldier on. Finally.
Oh, good. The war is coming, so.
Yes. See? Good timing. You were sent to me. Clearly.
I was gonna say the winds are in my favor, but they are not. They are never in Genya's favor, so.
No. You went for a swim recently. Yeah,
Ricardo is dying inside.
Ricardo was just like,
Ricardo's given the performance of his life.
When Genya is talking to the other, like, high-ups, Ricardo's gonna find him and, like, shake him down and be like, if you even fucking dare.
right. If I find one more of these fucking things in my house.
No, I feel like it'd be opposite. I was like, you can never stop. You better learn some new fucking tricks, old man. You gotta keep this going until she dies. And she won't. So you better learn how to
It's gonna be you first,
You better
bitch.
learn how to be
I'm
immortal.
fucking bound by the secret. We're married to you too now.
Now we're all married. We're all
Fucking asshole.
together.
Death do us part.
It's coming for you first. Because her god won't let her die.
I was about to say he can't die. Zhenya would be heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could the greatest caster in
what
all of Theah?
happened? Did all of his power leave him at once?
He exploded.
He ascended.
He ascended.
He was done with this. He was done with this world and moved on to the next.
Yeah.
You need to see this. It's very important.
Yeah, that's gonna be some cold shit. When that dude dies, there's gonna have to be a fucking production of like.
Or send it to them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he had to leave his earthly
But I've already committed.
vessel behind in order to go on.
Transcend.
The next journey. Yep.
It's not my
We
just
love
want to be
that.
like,
Wow.
They're gonna
It's
have
a trap.
to do. They're gonna have
She
to
looks
do a
so
fucking
cozy.
saloon show with the whiskey bottle
whole
against the
vibe.
light to
Yeah.
do some
Yeah.
fucking trickery to be like, look, he's ascending.
Zhenya has like a little effigy of him now that she leaves honey or whatever, like just to,
Shit.
He somehow shows up to Veronica's wedding, and it's like, apparently you believe in me enough. I get a godhood. It's pretty tight.
I was gonna have to go to Ison to talk to some Hexenberger, and he was like,
It's like,
"Yo,
I need to
his
bring this-
growth is not fucking done. Like,
Yeah.
He needs to show up once
It's
a
like
year.
I'm not done with him.
There's a statue of this man in my house now, and if he doesn't show 1 year when my wife summons him."
That's
he's gonna
crazy
put-
because Zhenya could summon him and he'd be like, "What the fuck I was doing?
Yeah.
What?
Where am I?
I've brought you back so you can bestow your wonders upon us. We are in great need."
Right. He shows up in a bath towel. It's like, shit.
I'd already been reborn into a new life. What's fucking going on? I have plumbing now.
Yeah, this is.
How long did that take?
How did you bring me back here?
That's what the promise Theah all makes all of us. It's just you get to live your life, but now you have plumbing.
Yep. Plumbing.
Yeah,
Ugh.
ideas of shitting in a bucket are done.
Running water? Shit. Okay. So Zhenya goes to find the higher ups and
Yeah.
the map peoples,
Yep.
which she would know
General
what they're called.
Cardoso is there with Beata, his second in command, as usual. Although they're both wearing the uniform proper. Beata's wearing the uniform and wearing some fucking pieces of armor too. Like she's got like the breastplate with like the collar that sticks out like a little bit, and she's got like a gauntlet that reminds you of the one that Marcus has.
We've seen that one before, actually. We
Yeah.
like that's the one we'd seen first, and then
Yep. So
Yeah.
she's in full war gear at this point. Still got the pipe out because this could be the last. So you know, gotta get your good smoking on.
Oh yeah.
You get a salute actually from her as you step in, and
Salutes back because you know.
Cardoso just like welcomes you in, and then as you approach, she grabs Ricardo by the neck and just grabs him like this, like fisting, holding the fucking pipe. Poor Ricardo, because now
Oh
it's
my
close
gosh.
to his face, and you can see from the color in his face that it's reminding him very much of your wedding night.
My poor love.
So, she ruffles his hair a little bit. He takes off his hat. He's like, see, like, this is where you belong, right here with us in the shits.
it's singular. It's singular.
Is it?
No,
Not
sir.
where I'm
No,
from.
ma'am. No,
Not where
ma'am.
I'm from.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
Ship you to Eisen. You see that shit's is plural.
Kasha, we should go back to Ison. It's where I realized that I wanted to stay with you.
Somewhere in the distance, him and I just like, ooh,
Yep.
shivers all over.
Heaving as well. There's a clip clopping in the background.
We should vacation in the...
Right, we should vacation in the forest.
Which Jenny would never want, because, like, that was the worst place ever for her.
Yeah. Well, you can go to the hills, like, not far from there.
They're alive, didn't you know?
Yep.
With the sound of anger.
Yep. The hills are just alive. They sprout already.
Yeah, they probably do.
You just crawl around.
The hills are undead.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
With the souls of the fall.
The hills are unalive.
Yep. Even wherever you are, you hear the clip-clopping with the a faint whisper in the back. It's like, it smells like water. I was in the water once. I need to fetch my lens. Funny thing about this lens.
Cardoza?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even though, we're friendly with Cardoza, Zhenya stiffens a little bit and goes, that is my husband.
Oh, that's Beata that grabbed him by the
Oh,
throat.
Beata, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I shouldn't do that now. Well, if you want to file a complaint, soldier, the office is over here. And then she turns to you and she's like, my apologies, ma'am.
Quick nod. I've come to tell you how I've reorganized the countryside.
Alfonso looks at you and is like, yes, that would be helpful. Let's, alright, bring the maps.
All your maps are useless now.
All your maps belong to us.
Yep. Someone set us up the bomb. So I hear.
That's in the bay. We're leaving it there until otherwise needed.
Yeah.
I sank that. It's where it belongs.
So yeah, the maps get brought before you, and then you get to do your thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, there's a forest here now, and there's a bunch of trees, and this is no longer here. This forest moved to this spot.
These are all potholes now.
Yep, they just go along with it.
But they are covered in brush. Do not walk into them. You'll never come out.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, it's good. This is good. You get nods of approval.
They're not shallow.
Clearly they read your strategy for reorganizing in this particular way.
All the military people go, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
This will be really helpful. So now there's like
many jagged rocks. Don't fall in.
Don't fall in. You're gonna tumble down.
It's not gonna go well for nobody.
Right. Beata's like, General, maybe we should put some troops like on this side. Not too many, but just enough to push pressure and get people to tumble down the jagged rocks.
Bye.
They're like, yeah, we could put some shock troops there, like just to push the flank and get some people to.
It's to
fall on rocks
create a
and-
funnel.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a good idea.
Of course.
So yeah, you get like a lot of nods of approval. Any other terrain changes we should know about?
I haven't done anything new.
But if something comes up, we'll let you know.
I will. If I do have to change something last minute, I will come to you by way of Crow. And I mean that by myself.
Right. It's that. Yes, I assume. At this point, as you're talking, there's another retinue coming in, and this one carries both the new flag as well as the flag of Odisseo, and you notice a few of Usha's people in this retinue, and they are led by Sebastian.
Oh.
In full battle regalia.
Yeah, but it's that Montaigne outfit, so it's like a little like, ooh. But
Yeah, I'm getting over it.
It's forbidden a little bit, though.
ooh, it's taboo.
It's a Montaigne outfit. It's a love that should not be.
So many ruffles, but he makes them look so
good.
manly.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he just selects them as well.
the two, right,
Seriously, right?
right, because Jima, as much as history will try to get you to forget that, was a black man.
Oh, yeah.
So, he actually does like a really solid handshake with Cardoso, the two of them together, and Alfonso says, General Chenier, it will be a pleasure to be fighting on the same side this time around. And Sebastian said, absolutely. I will bring in this new information over to the restaurant, and then my troops will endeavor to keep our new fledgling government safe and secured. Do you mind if I communicate this information to our allies that are now coming from Montaigne? We have an Ison detachment from the Zulolo company moving in haste with some new Montaigne recruits. We should inform them of these new terrain changes so they can take advantage of them and don't get stuck in the jagged rocks. There's nods of agreement on there, and then Sebastian is like, I will send my best scout. He will get there post haste. And as he
No need, our butler can go do that.
well, as he gestures for his scout,
Yeah.
Xavier shows
It
up
is our yeah.
with again his uniform. And
Tragic motherfucker.
Sebastian is basically gives him the order to go find the detachment. Xavier bows and turns to look at you, then steps away further before doing
Thank
the
you.
business he's about to do.
Thanks
Because
for-
he knows better than to do that within your sight.
Yeah. Shania does like a chill, like, oh god, I know what he's gonna do.
Yep. It's like,
But I said I would be nice.
I can imagine it.
Yep. You don't stop being able to feel that. Once you felt it once, it's
Yeah.
forever or horrible and at the forefront.
You know.
So yeah, there's a couple extra. You get privy to the plans in place, right, where they're gonna fortify a bunch of the spot that don't have natural defenses. They're adjusting now based on where you move the forest. Sebastian is basically the official liaison between the government unit and this camp, but he's going to be positioned at the restaurant with a bunch of shock troops because this is the center of government, and basically he's going to make sure that Usha, her new bride, and Carlos are going to be taken care of, because now with cooperation, power will return to the Grande's hands, but there is a promise that Perez will be part of the new government body and supporting Usha in some capacity. So the little bid to separate power has sort of backfired because you managed to bridge that gap somehow.
You know,
Um,
for fun.
Jean Revit is also there
Everyone's here now.
at the restaurant, not here, but
Oh.
with the rest of government. Apparently sporting a new weapon of ice and make, so
No.
that his handicap will not hinder him during combat.
Ooh,
because
fancy.
He was insistent about being able to do his part.
Nice.
Dang.
And then Jose actually comes in with Josefina and talks about all the patrols currently happening within the city. Every person carrying the banners has been debriefed to watch out for the citizenry, but also for combat starting within the walls. This stuff needs to be identified immediately. If there's any turncoats that take arms, this needs to be immediately communicated and basically taken out as quickly as possible, so that no fronts can exist within the city walls. Like, this needs to be taken out immediately.
Everyone knocked unconscious, and anyone who started it gets deported.
Yeah. Just hard rules right now. If you start shit, you get deported.
Yeah.
And by deported, I mean we're not even waiting for the war to end. Like, you get tossed in a rowboat right out into the bay. You're done.
It's like, you're lucky. We could have just killed you.
So there's like a lot of patrols going. Isak's name actually comes up. There's one of the unit commanders, so they're going to be patrolling and making sure nobody is getting into the city and no allies within the city make it possible for troops to get in. Meanwhile, the bay, a bunch of ships have been tasked with this. Like, you see in the plans, there's Rethold's new flotilla.
Constant patrol.
Yeah.
Constant cycle.
Yeah. There's like the map like has some items coming in from the northwest with a bit of a question mark, because that is for the Queen's Navy.
Yeah.
And then you see that there's heavy use of the Brotherhood of the Coast as well.
Yeah, they're having a fucking field day, I'm sure.
Who basically are anchored right now. Same with the guild. There's some guild ships who have been commissioned to protect business interests in St. Felipe.
Well, as a newly minted associate,
Yep.
I definitely have some thoughts on how properly to protect the assets
Yep.
of these joint ventures,
Absolutely.
which means they get on the rotation. Get fucking moving.
There's
Get
a big
fucking-
rotation, and there's some extra scouting happening to the southeast, just in case the merchant princes decide to rejoin the fray.
No, that's 100% why the constant
Yeah.
the constant dock, check, report, ship out.
Yeah.
Because if anyone gets stuck somewhere, there's someone on the way to back them up. And yeah, so
Yeah.
constant patrols.
So, Jaya, you can actually roll a warfare if you want to look at those plans and see, because you're a seasoned commander at this point, and you proved your mettle. So if you want to figure out how you can tighten this plan,
Warfare and
let's go with wits.
not my best, but not my worst.
You got those.
My worst is finesse.
Yeah, you got those 10,000. You got those 10,000 hours to make up for it.
Okay.
That song you did with Lady Gaga isn't even that really that good, but man, I love it. It's just yeah.
There's things that hit you the right way.
Yeah. It's almost like Mozart. It's too fucking simple, but it's so good.
So, part of it. Just watch Lisa doing that. Sorry, Lisa.
You're
No,
fine.
That probably doesn't help the exercise.
I'm trying to figure out how Rethold would figure out the best way to transport the crew from one front to another Evine.
Yes.
You can drag us through the abyss, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
The abyss.
The darkness, the
Oh,
nothingness.
it's not that scary.
Yeah.
Even Zara Lasandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of you is the one I want there?
See,
It's
I'm wondering.
dark.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Don't open your eyes.
don't look into the darkness. It'll look
7.
back.
7.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the
Yeah, the
plan
void screams
looks very
back.
sound. It's incorporating a lot of different strengths. You do find a couple points where you can contribute, especially where it comes to the militia of Asuran soldiers that you have that you know very well how to make use of.
Yes.
And so you managed to tighten this plan. A few bits in and around, like how to cover around the forest, and so you contribute some good nuggets of insight into that, and you just manage to tighten the overall war map a little bit more. All right. Any other business you want to take? Any other info you wanted from that camp? You have given sight back to one of the crows, so now, yeah, he will be able to.
She has healed me.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. When you see him again, he's wearing like a white outfit.
That is not good.
With a
They will
staff.
they will see you on the battlefield. You should wear something more.
You should be more concerned about seeing me.
Oh.
And some of the other crows are just like, take that shit off, dude.
You're gonna get it dirty.
You're pushing your luck.
Yeah, right. And it's just like you're gonna get shot like immediately.
Get your hand off my tail and make it down.
You're gonna get taken out by the first cannon salvo, like
Yeah.
from the bay.
That scene from Forrest Gump where they salute the guy in Vietnam. He's like, "Put your hands down. Snipers all around here would love to get an officer."
You're gonna find out that this guy is 100% that Scottish dude that was playing the bagpipes during D-Day. Like no gun, like he was just like out on the beach fucking playing the fucking
The
bagpipes.
hardest mother on the
Yeah.
entire beach.
Yep.
I forget his name, but like that takes some cojones.
Right up there with the medics and the pastors.
Yep.
Yesterday I learned
Yeah.
that one of my uncles made it through the beach on Normandy,
Wow.
then later died.
A few days later after the push
Yeah,
out.
after
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, oh wow, okay, cool.
You know.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's cool. You know,
Bill Miller.
neat
was
little
his name.
piece of history.
There you go.
Uh,
No, she takes note of anywhere that they're like, actually, it would be really helpful if, we had this, and this, or whatever, whatnot. And she's just like, okay. And then here are my cousins. We'll put them here. They're rowdy. They're not nearly as good as I am, but they're good.
They're rowdy, they're sturdy.
here's their chain of command.
Yeah.
They really don't scare easy, so you don't have to worry about that line breaking.
Nope.
Like, there's not thousands of them, but you don't need thousands of them.
One of mine is worth 10 of yours. Well, one of... Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so we can continue hoarding hero points. Everyone roll a d10.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. Hoard them.
I rolled a 7.
Uh-oh.
I got a 3.
I got a 10.
God damn it!
I got a 2.
Grab it.
No.
Witness me. Oh, does it take you hero points to move through shadow?
If it does, I haven't been using none.
Okay.
I don't
Yes.
think
I think I
does,
know where
based
all
on-
our like GM dice are coming from. It's not me.
There's other accounting.
No, it's mostly you.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
I
she
think I would have
business.
remembered that in the description.
Yeah.
9.
Yes.
So Tony got it. You
Alright.
never got those, and then you got 2 in a row.
Yep.
It's okay. Would I be able to give one to Evine
Yes.
in order to enact fast travel?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
You want to do portal gun for
We're
your
playing with
shits?
portals, and Evine's the portals.
It's gonna bamf us too.
I mean,
I just imagine
we
that
are
like
such a fucking, obviously we're heroes, and so being able to be at a crucial point instantaneously, effectively.
Ian is just Irish Nightcrawler.
Yeah. But better because they can take all of us.
I feel like it's more of a Spawn situation where we're all standing and
True.
suddenly this big
Yeah.
great like
The-
cape of darkness comes out and just sucks us
Yep.
all in.
I mean,
Yep.
that would make me feel better than actually what happens where it's just hold hands, y'all, and then yoink into the darkness.
Yeah, you get young
Close
into
your eyes.
your own
Yeah.
shadow.
Don't look at anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it touches you, do not.
yeah. If something brushes your leg,
It's like you hear purring. It's
You
like,
heard
no, we don't.
nothing.
Yeah.
do not pet anything.
Yeah.
No matter what you
Hello,
hear,
spookies.
do not open your eyes.
As
Lots
if
of
you,
spookies.
if you thought you heard something, no, you didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
It's like if you see people shoplifting.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
No, you're wrong about that.
Unless it's at a small business store, then fuck them.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hand me the plate.
Any
Oh,
big business
sorry.
store.
You're fine.
Fuck the big
Totally.
business.
Someone will
Small
see me.
business,
Yeah.
Like steal all you want from fucking
Walmart.
Walmart.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Target, all of it.
Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
But if you had a small business and you tried to, no.
Rude?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Fucking rude?
Yeah. These places don't care.
Alright. Cool. Love the intel.
Evine, you receive notification that to you, not surprising, to many others, surprising turn of good weather
That-
means that the Queen's fleet is arriving post-haste. So, they're still not within sight, but should be arriving shortly because the weather was very much on their side for the entirety of the travel.
Hooray.
Some people thought it fortuitous. You know better. You know what's happening.
Very bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And being ominously look out at the sea and just say, soon.
Yep.
They are nigh.
Let them come.
Tonight.
Did you hear something?
Listen, you smell something?
Nice simple.
Open your ears. You can smell it.
Any other business Evine tackles in order to get ready?
I don't think maybe other than doing some practice runs with some willing volunteers.
Probably
How many people can I shove into this shadow realm?
For this new,
I've got
this
some.
new fast transit authority.
I got some Jose's you can try with. Some more willing than others.
Some more aware than others.
50-50.
It's like the
One grew second appendages or came back with a contract to some fey creature. Seems safe.
I'll let you run this with a panache.
Okay.
Because Evine, unless you tell me differently, there's times where Evine, runs like the pure intelligence, but many times it's just like, this is how it should work.
Mhm.
Because that is definitely the cooler way for it to, Evine runs magic like Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Retheld is absolutely on board to be a guinea pig because A, it's kind of his idea that it's like, hey, what's the fastest way we can get somewhere? And B, if I don't want to, I can say no.
Hey Heinrich, fake your dad's signature on
That's
this.
right. Yeah. Nice.
What was that thing? I saw that thread recently where it's like some kid had something to bring to his dad to sign for exactly that, right? Like it was not a permission slip, but like your kid fucked up in school.
Yeah.
And the dad was like, I'm not signing this. You need to sign this because if I sign it, you're going to have to learn how to fake my signature. But if you sign it, you can just sign it however you want after this for all subsequent papers. Just do it yourself.
It's a smart dad. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I was like, this is a dad that lived.
I was lucky that I had a dad that already had like a messy like doctor's signature. So like faking his was easy.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom's, on the other hand, there was no fucking way.
Yeah. My mom had a super neat signature.
Yeah,
so
my mom has like very distinct, pretty handwriting.
So without
there's no fucking way.
too much trouble, you can get me, Heinrich, and Jose Escuela as participants.
in a boat. As
I mean, yeah, we gotta test. We gotta test every.
Is he gonna test it in water because it's there's refractive shit. Like it's a little bit different. In my mind, the boat will vanish, and then it's rattled with the axe.
Oh no,
out,
no! I was gonna say we'll just have Espada, out. Well, actually, no. It needs to be on a tall ship because we're not gonna be on a dinghy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just go out to one of the we go out on one of the ships that's about to go out on patrol.
Yep.
And then we're gonna be on shore. However you want to conduct the test. You're the scientist.
Yeah.
We're just the guinea pigs.
Yeah. Roll a panache and I'll let you do it with perform because it's like you're David Copperfield now with real magic.
Yep.
Once again, somewhere in the distance, and then I was like, science is happening.
Yeah. Funny you should mention that. If depending on how this goes, I have an idea for more guinea pigs.
I probably could not follow that.
Definitely, Naveen is definitely more sorcerer than wizard. It's just like, sure, let us know it. It just does it.
Well,
if you think too hard about it, it stops working.
I mean, technically that's she magic, right? Like it's just
Oh my god! I just looked at the pictures. You're so small.
The baby beignets.
We were young then.
You look like someone, John, and I can't figure out. I mean, obviously you look like yourself, but I mean...
You look like someone else also. Yeah.
You look like a white guy.
I get that a lot.
Wow. Nerd.
Yep.
I had that same haircut at one point, Sally.
Yeah, that was 2004.
Yep.
It's not
Nice.
it's cute.
We Sally got that haircut.
That's when Deanna was born.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, Deanna's
It's when Selena was born. It was when we started dating.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Sally got that haircut in
Wilted to
Vegas,
dust.
and it cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, now it doesn't cost a lot of money,
No,
but
but
it
20
seemed
years
expensive
ago.
then.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Aww.
Yeah.
How many? What you at, Rabbit? Oh.
A million.
Oh. I mean, we can just assume as much, and I'm going to go to my clever idea. No.
I am still mathing.
Oh shit.
Sometimes it takes us a minute.
Have any of us? I
No
think
one's
we've got.
20, I
13.
think.
13?
I know we've pushed 15.
My highest is 17.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's just you all on the dinghy?
No, we're on one of the tall ships.
The crew. You're
Yeah,
with
yeah.
The,
But
with the tall
but
crew.
the current willing participants are the three of us.
Right.
Well, sorry, the three participants.
Yeah, I don't know how willing
Yeah,
Heinrich
Heinrich
is.
and Escuela may or may not be willing, but they are part of the participants.
Yep. Yep. Alright. Any other crew members on the ship?
Oh, there's a bunch of crew on the ship, but
so
where
the
they
ship is just crewed, and then
we're starting with a control of 3 to see how that goes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go up from there.
Right. So, what is your desired outcome from this? When you describe this to Evine, what would you like to happen?
Well, let's start simple. Let's just get back to shore, like back onto the docks in San Felipe.
So getting the ship.
So the ship is on it. It's out of the bay.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, that feels significant. That if we're in in a naval battle outside of the bay, being able to get back to town would be prudent.
Right. With 13, that absolutely works. The ship moves entirely from one point to the other.
Whoa, the ship? No, I just meant crew. I meant
the
us.
3 people.
I meant the 3, but instead.
Yes. 4 people vomit.
Okay.
Oh man.
Take it down a notch, Evine.
Well, yeah, I was like, okay, because that's I don't know how I should feel about this because A, I feel like now we need to put it back, and then B,
you're pretty sure you can.
and then B, what happens when I say the thing I really wanted was to be able to go from there out to the front line where the crows are? Where does the ship go then?
So even if in almost the same breath you can put the ship back.
She's like, oh, I was just fucking with you.
I'm gonna look to the sick people, like, should I put it back?
You get a bit of a gurgle, but there's more nods than.
It's kind of like a bunch of and then like a thumbs up.
Because they still have a job to do, and they know they can't
All
slack off.
Grace.
The ship is back.
Yes.
Two of them are sick again. The other ones managed to hold it together better the second time.
What does it do with the water though? Doesn't the water get displaced?
Oh yeah.
Why they're getting sick as
Oh
fuck?
yeah, it's a weird fucking.
You can hear in several different languages the other ship being like, "What the fuck?" Like there's just like commotion happening. You're pretty sure that you can fine tune this so that you can teleport just people, but hey, you can do it to a ship.
Okay, so
your head hurts though. Like the second time around, like you're basically like, well, that was fun, and then like you get like a bit of a.
You take a step and.
Like you get like a sinus pressure, like sort of thing, where like you get a little bit of a vertigo effect, and you're like, can't do that every time. But hey, imagine now the person in you that is like, how can I make effects where it doesn't look like I'm doing anything? You're like, imagine if a ship was about to get torn to shreds by cannon fire and then they were not there anymore.
Or imagine there was a big fuck off cannon that shoots through mountains and it was suddenly there where it wasn't before.
Oh my goodness.
So now you have a fun magic trick in your arsenal that you're like, you weren't even sure you were going to be able to pull it off, and you're like, well, let's just see what would happen. And now you have that. There's also a whole fucking fleet coming your way.
So so step 2 of the testing was going to be take us out to where Isaac's company is, and we'll see if we can teleport them. But we don't need to.
Well,
we're all good.
Just as a test.
Or not, Isak, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Evine can actually bring you back to shore from where.
No,
you
yeah.
were at.
This, yeah.
And
well, actually, yeah, that would be.
That poof, and it felt a lot better. You're fine. You've been on ship like you're good, right? Like Escuela looks a little queasy.
Nah, it's
good.
The
third time around, like he's got his hands on his hips, and he's.
With any luck, you'll never have to go through this again.
Yeah, he has his hands on his hips, and he's doing the.
Whoo!
You know, like I'm breathing, like I'm taking full lungfuls of air because that might prevent me from vomiting.
But does Heinrich tell Escuela, the good news is you'll probably never have to do that again. The bad news is it will be something different next time.
Heinrich is like, I may or may not have been like exposed to radiation lately.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what's happening.
Shit's
You don't
going
know
on
if
in
he's
my
already
life.
mutating. You have no
Heinrich-
idea.
Heinrich, as I said, he's gonna die at 40 anyways, and, you know.
Question.
Yes.
So I was looking through the thing, and I don't see a whole lot else that will help me. But would it be possible for me to basically spend the amount for both alchemist and sorcery and like sort of like double up, like take them to the next
To
level?
get to the next rank,
Yeah,
yes.
because they don't really actually have
Yeah.
ranks, but I feel like that would.
I feel like they should.
They should. Do it.
Also,
You've adopted some kind of
pencil from
You've done some weird
You've
shit.
adopted some kind of goop as your son at this point. I can feel you've the science and unholy wizardry of
You
this
never stop to
is-
think whether or not you should.
Yep.
You were only concerned with whether or not you could.
Yeah. You fucking need Goldblum as an assistant.
My other question is that I mean, I feel like this wouldn't kick in until she's in the presence of the guy that would
Activate it.
activate it. But I feel like she's been like cultivating the ability to like actually firebend, like
Yeah,
create
yeah.
her own fire.
Yeah.
So
100%.
be the first.
When
It's a simple scientific process of exciting the molecules in the air to create a
Well, you
combustion.
use your own in
Oh,
my
in the
avatar
right,
rules.
yeah.
You use your own body heat.
Oh, see,
It's
yeah, yeah.
the breath.
It's
That's
just
what
the
Uncle
literal.
Ira
It's the
says.
literal burning of calories.
Yeah.
And that's
according to Uncle Iro, firebending is from the breath.
Yep.
So
You know, we're
Metal.
from Demon Slayer too.
hell yeah.
Fire breathing.
That's right. It's cool as fuck.
yeah, when the subject of your ire appears.
I am the flame.
Yep.
Again.
Yep.
And then the weird scar thing on your forehead changes shape.
Uh,
And then you calm down and it goes back to its original shape. And you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
So last question for
Just what it
Eveen's
does.
crazy
Yeah.
teleporting. So Eveen could teleport could teleport a number of individuals a
Yes.
large distance.
A large distance.
Say from Isla de San Jose all the way to Liso or
As
something.
long as it is somewhere, I mean, this is a pretty hefty distance, but this is a place that Evie knows and
Nightcrawler.
has seen.
Yeah,
Things you've seen
I was
before.
thinking maybe we would, as another preparation step, set up little unassuming tarps or something that create shadows
Yep.
as like, I know this is a place, so we're setting a portal in advance.
Well,
Here we go.
yeah, one would imagine that with all the banners
You're
and
setting your quick travel spots.
Yep.
yeah, one would imagine that any banner or flag flying in the area
Yep.
would create a shadow for you.
There's an extreme amount of textiles right now around Il Duce. You can actually set down some pretty hefty black tarps
Yeah.
in select spots. Because that's a good point. Shadows will move
True.
over time. If you set them in specific location where you set a tarp, so you know it'll be dark regardless.
Yep.
You'll have, you know,
We create Eveen
Sheds.
pavilions.
Yeah.
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 Just Eveen pavilions everywhere.
yep.
And then suddenly way more troops than have any right. It's a fucking
Because
clown
it's
car in there. Just piling out of the pavilion.
Because it's Eveen, and Eveen basically shirks fame in any way, shape, or form. They're all Eveen pavilions, and they all have a logo on it. They're all different.
Yep.
The logo doesn't look the same. So everybody will
I was
remember it
literally just about
differently.
to say, as long as they're generic.
Yeah.
Kirkland brand.
It was
Kirkland brand.
Kirkland Pavilions.
Sir Kirkland's brand.
Sir Kirkland's.
Ugh.
I mean, that sort of makes sense.
It was a bear. No, it was a buck. No, it was a. I swear it was a
This
moose.
was an ocelot.
I
He
have the
was like
perfect.
giggling, imagining like an enemy ship approaching, and then just blipping out to sea again. Like,
We have.
Like, wait a second, we were closer a minute ago.
Here, Amanda, I'm gonna drop this into the general chat. So our equivalent of like Kirkland or like generic brand up in Canada is this, and it's Eden's. It's Eden's brand.
Hey, you know how else you can be terrible with this is seeing
Cheese.
Nice.
It reminds me of
It's called No Name or Sans Nom. It has like the yellow labels, and that's all. There's no logo. It's just.
It reminds me of Repo Man.
Yep.
Where everything
Nice.
is just food.
So if you go to a grocery store and you get the generic, like it's that. It's that yellow.
With the No Name
wrapping,
brand.
and it just says No Name / Sans Nom on it, and that's it. And whatever it is.
Sold by Loblaw.
Yeah.
Which, I wonder if they run Loblaw's Loblog.
Darn.
Crazy.
could
Love it.
also make them, come in to misjudge their docking and crash some ships on shore.
Yep.
Wait, there was a
Possibilities are
dog there
endless.
before.
There's like an Ila de San Jose prop. It's
Yeah,
It's just like a cardboard cutout.
cardboard cutout,
yeah.
and then it moves.
And a bipedal coyote just painting on it like,
Yep. If you look in the back, like there's 2 ships. They just like move it along.
mm-hmm.
That fucking island keeps moving.
Yep.
I've seen a version that had like cannons and shit. Like it's never the same thing.
Actually, Rabbit, now I'm like, how else can we weaponize that thing? Can you move to shadows underwater and just fucking auto sync
Yeah.
shit and then bounce back?
There's a ton of shadows underwater.
You right?
Yes.
Just sink some ships.
Thunk.
Yep.
I'm gonna need whatever the 7th Sea equivalent of Excedrin is. Dramamine.
Oh, you need drugs? We can get you drugs. Jimena can make drugs, right?
I've got drugs.
Yeah. Oh, no, who invited you?
Jimena has drugs on her person. Also, Tony is now a guild partner. You can get drugs.
Yeah.
Do you want some New World shit?
Yeah, the spice must flow.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah. Tony, I hear Rethold has some medicinal herbs that he got from, New World supply lanes.
Yeah, so when you burn it, it
Is it all
smells
shrooms?
terrible. But, brother, you think you could fly before.
Put this in this long pipe.
That's right.
Just trust me.
Or the mushrooms. Don't put these in your pasta for me, Ma.
Yeah, well, or
Yeah.
do.
Or do, yeah. Y'all will travel to the New World on your
Do
own.
not put these in the paella. It's- That's not where it goes.
If you take this one, you will see an arrow go through
Yeah.
space-time.
Yep.
Don't touch it. Let it go. Know that it's doing the Lord's work.
Take this,
Just watch
wait
it
for 30 minutes, and then
think.
look at the sky.
Yeah. If you've seen the arrow, it is working.
And once it's done its first task, it will kill God.
Yep.
Sorry.
Took this medicine, and suddenly I was on the scratch and all.
I'll fight God next.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Down here, you coward.
We had to find a weapon powerful enough to reach him in heaven. Earlier, I was trying to come up with a joke about that's what happens when you let a Loxley touch a boob. You just fucking face shit all over, and it's
Yeah.
couldn't quite find the right segue for it, but here we are.
Oh, woo! We did it.
Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like, inadvertently, although I think that was discovered. Whoops. Didn't do it on purpose.
Just grab the first thing I could find.
Yeah.
All the maidens say sorry.
Yeah. Be like, I'm blind. That was a good time. Can you believe that shit was like
10 years ago.
Yeah, 11 years at this point.
Yeah, we missed our 10-year. Or if we did, there wasn't much pomp or
Yeah,
circumstance.
we did. I think
Because-
last year was our 10
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I saw something recently.
January 2013 was when we
Yeah.
started.
I was like,
yeah.
It was early 2023 was when we kicked off
Ugh,
Dark Ages.
ugh.
Yeah.
So it'll be like 12 years.
In a few months.
In a couple
In a
months.
couple months.
You mean 13?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
So 2025 will be 12.
yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Jeez.
The next year is 13.
The group's a tween.
And a good chunk of that was dressed.
Yeah.
A good chunk of. A
Oh,
good
yeah.
chunk-
Oh.
Good chunk of that was oh.
Speaking of children,
Right?
Yeah.
So small.
This is us avoiding a door for like years.
Yeah.
That's our.
Not even
that's our
avoiding,
group
but just
photo
like we
line.
moved on.
Yeah.
We've moved on from this door. We've established. We've done everything.
Yeah, I
we
was
needed
done
to
with
do.
that. I was just like, how many more Amish like romance novels can I find? This is my new game now.
You gotta
Yeah.
figure out why your neighbor's mad about your fence or whatever the fuck that book was.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the fence was a metaphor.
Yeah.
There was like a series where like
Well, the one you posted was like incredibly specific.
Yeah.
It was like this particular guy, like here, the Amish quilt maker's unattached neighbor.
Oh my god.
yeah. So the series was the Amish quilt makers, and apparently that was a group of sisters
Oh.
that all make quilts
Yes.
together. And like one of them was was the Amish quilt makers this and the Amish quilt makers that, but that specific one where I
Right.
was just like, that is
The unattached neighbor.
unattached neighbor.
That's why I was like, that hot dude that leans on the fence sometime, and I know he doesn't have a wife.
Or a shirt, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a romance novel, although it's Amish, so it might not be the whole shirt. It might just be like
Well, you saw a
it's
shoulder.
really hot, and he unbuttoned a couple buttons on the top of the collar.
Scandalous.
Yeah,
Men are allowed to have buttons.
you're right. Men are allowed to have buttons.
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
That's true.
The English will try to tell you differently.
But the English can't read Bible.
He's gonna
Kicking you
He's
off
gonna
guard.
visit. He's gonna visit us at home and get sewn in. I'm gonna have to fuck your sheep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's the point.
that's
You're supposed to,
supposed to be a
like sex.
deterrent, but
That's
when
right.
you're that age, sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's just
You.
that's just a handicap.
Could be worse. They could be Mormon. They could be soaking.
Oh,
Wow.
I learned about that recently.
Wait, what?
fucking-
So
Oh.
the sin is in the friction.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
what you do is you have the lady lie down, you have the man just insert himself inside of her, and then you have
Then you have homies.
you have
Oh,
other
right.
people
Okay, I have heard
who
of this.
shake, like get underneath the bed and like go up and down, or like shake the bed to create the motion to
Right.
make it happen. But there's no active
Yeah. You
doing
just- you
it,
just
so
let
it's
it
not
happen to you.
sinful.
Yeah.
Even though, like, if you're married, it wouldn't be sinful anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Because you can't just do it in the butt like Christians. Like normal Christians.
You're still a virgin.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
saving that hole
I
for
love that
Jesus.
this is on the internet.
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
We've been trying for a baby for a while. He keeps peeing in my butt, but
I do miss that part about Diane. That was sad.
I don't know what that means, but
Hey man,
okay.
whatever.
a friend of
loophole-
ours
We-
was tired of
We
hearing
had
Those
their
guilt
their
avoidance
their
people.
families be like, "When are you having babies? When are you having babies?"
Wow.
And she was like, "I tell him we're trying. I keep having to pee in my butt, but nothing's happening." It's not. And we're like,
I'm glad she finally got out of that cult.
yeah.
Dude, for real.
Oh my god.
yeah. So yeah,
She
Are
was
we
a
done with-
coworker of ours.
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah. Any other experiments you run? I will say you managed to set up some tarps at some important locations, including
Absolutely.
That is done.
The Avine pavilions are much more clever than just a bunch of
Yeah.
Mendez y Mendez
Plus,
tents.
they can serve as canopies because it gets hot.
Yeah,
And, you know,
no, it's,
people
yeah,
can
it's good.
hide under there.
Yeah.
And periodically, something will pop out.
Yeah. The March of the Gladiators will suddenly start playing. Why are there 500 people? I'm happy they're there, but dear, where'd they come from?
Once in a while, a yelling Norseman will pop out with the canopies.
So did you see the Viking riding the bear? It was incredible.
I thought that guy was a liar.
¿Por qué no los dos?
The Viking lawyer
Yeah.
riding the bear.
The Viking.
Was it a bear or a horse?
Yes.
I think,
I think it was a bear riding a horse.
Yeah,
With
it
a
was-
Viking on its shoulders.
Yeah.
A bear riding a horse.
Yeah.
That's
that-
so weird.
Was that the Viking lawyer that had sex with bears? Well, he wasn't having it with it at the time.
Yeah. Not while I see them. Woof. Yeah, these legends. give it a few decades. These legends.
Oh no, yeah,
He
they're gonna be.
has so many limbs.
Yeah. That's right.
Such plentiful organs.
It's also true.
Plentiful organs.
Aw,
When we
yay.
caught
But yeah,
In the,
maybe-
in the
maybe
in the
other-
crescent, they call it the beast with many backs.
Yeah, that's right.
That wasn't what they had in mind.
Yeah. The beast with two backs.
I've turned the sound off to not.
Oh yeah, you know that DMCA will hit.
Yeah. That's right.
Going through all K-Con shit.
The millions of people who watch will get flagged. For
Well, no, it's so we can listen to it again because otherwise I'll just have to clip it out, and it's like,
Yep.
oh, I didn't get that fart joke.
Yep.
I missed the
Right.
fart joke
Those couple episods that we
because
had
in
are silent
because in
episodes.
7 years
Yeah.
we'll need to find out the name of Megan's son I killed, and have to go through 4 different.
Pericles.
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 Oh, he's legendary in my cleric.
Ask Megan. Like, you don't need to go through all the film.
That tone comes from pain. From having
Well earned pain.
I forgot my son's name that died. Fucking Pericles.
That's, no, see, our friends the Deckers were like, hey, if you need us to write like reviews for you DMing or whatever, I was like, no, I need this
Yeah.
as my review for
Yeah.
DMing.
Yeah.
It's like he killed my fucking son, and I hate him.
Yep.
The son that he tricked me into making in the first place.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
worst part
And then I
about
had
it.
to do research to remember his name
Yeah.
because I had to give him like a
Yeah,
Christmas present one year. That was a memorial
That's right.
to my dead
that's
son.
right. 5 stars. Hire this asshole.
You want to feel something while gaming?
That's right.
You asked for too much.
That's right.
Do I get to find out what my role did?
I mean,
No.
you know, both experiences are valid. I devil's bargained her into turning him.
You have
She
You
can think
practice.
I yeah.
you feel confident about your practice. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, stop giving him dice.
Doing anything.
Okay.
That you
Yeah.
know.
What's the? Is there a word that's like similar to travel, but starts with A?
Not ascend.
No.
Ambulate? No.
Actually,
Huh?
I mean, amble seems to be.
Amble in similar, yeah.
Go.
yeah. Or like, maybe not necessarily travel specifically, but yeah, move from point A to point B. Like ambulate.
Accelerate.
Ambulated.
Is ambulation a word?
Anything
I believe so. Ooh, advance.
No, it's just
They advanced from A to B.
Yeah.
Ambulation refers to the ability to walk or move about.
Oh, okay.
I remember what words mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. I will admit.
Tenebrous, ambulation.
Wow.
Oh god, I just had it. Fuck. Damn.
So that was some World of Darkness shit right there. Let's go. I believe that's the 3rd level.
Tenebrous ambulation resurfacing point. TARP.
Yes.
Ah, yeah. You could also use abscond.
No, I think ambulation works best.
Abscond.
Abjuration is better.
Absconsion?
I was just really happy that I
Tar-
remembered
yeah.
Tenebrous.
Yeah.
Tenebrous, yeah.
But no, that's why it sounded like some World of Darkness shit, because it literally is like the 5th level, the
That's-
5th dot in
Yeah.
What was the
Tenebration.
R again?
Resurfacing.
Resurfacing.
Point.
Yeah.
It's where you pop out of the shadows.
Yep.
So.
Like a weird mole person.
No, I also like the idea that people keep forgetting what each of the letters are, and so it becomes like a recovery point, or like a
resurrection.
point.
point.
And it's like wait, what's TARP stand for? Well, it's like, no, it's not what it said. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, no, it stands for this.
It's a respawn point.
Yeah.
I spent the entire war sitting by the tarp because the fucking Castilians kept fucking camping. They're waiting for us to pop up. Assholes. Alright, any last plans? We've got it done.
No, I just need my magic shit.
No.
Yep.
I have
I will send that
0
to you.
more plans.
No, these are the war plans.
We've made yours.
Once we
Yeah, I know.
hear
I don't have any more to have. To
Yeah,
consider.
once-
Alright.
once
I'm
we
gonna
hear
send
this-
stuff to Tony.
Yeah.
Amanda, you're here in a couple weeks, so that means more time. We're all gonna be around the table.
Yeah. So we should. Okay. So say goodnight, internet.
Good night, Internet.
Internet.